Supposed to be up. Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now, unexpected live stream tonight because literally I've been trying to sort out the next specialty video. Hang on. Oh, right. Got a bit of an echo there. That's my old laptop now. Where's the freaking extra volume button gone? Here it is, found it. So now we can crack on. Unexpected, 5 minutes to prepare. What a go. So anyway, tonight's I'm going to be talking about the Stella. So obviously I'm going to turn this into the Stella video. How many parts that's going to be, I really do not know, because I'm looking. Well, the last time I made an effort with this was about, what, a 3-part video? So today is going to be more of a chance to actually show off the Stella. Now, I've got to remember not to play with my laptop here. So, as you can see, I've got a level 45 Stella ready for scrapping, and that is going to be the payouts that I'm going to be receiving. But before we actually put it there, yes, just under 10 hours, I'm going to do that live on stream, because we're going to need this as part of this narrative. Yes, but we need to start back to where it all begins. So what is the Stella? Well, basically, it's a rogue ship but created by Harry Mudd. So let's hop into the descriptions and have a look. Now, also, we will not be using STFC.space on live stream, because I'm not switching between apps, because it can be a right pain in the rear. So, no, where do I need to go? I forgot where I need to go. Not there. It's not there. It's there. That's where I need to be, in the actual shipyard itself. And so far I'm seeing I'm not actually that far behind on queues tonight. So let's see. I'm going to press the Stella button, and then I'm going to do a quick timer. So details. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6.5 seconds. I'll take that any day. But anyway, so this is the Stella, and that's her ability. Yes, she is going to get, she's going to give you a boost to the loot that you are going to get from killing Eclipse hostiles. Now, we will go into Eclipse hostiles very shortly, but let's have a quick look at the details, and we're going to do this completely differently today. So the Stella is a marvel of engineering and criminal ingenuity. For those of you who don't remember who Harry Mudd is, he was first introduced in the original series as Harcourt Fenton Mudd, and he had a number of android females, and he considered himself a bit of a ladies' man, but he was a criminal. Okay, most recently, for those who are of the younger generation, you won't know who Harcourt Fenton Mudd is from the original series. You'll know him probably from Star Trek Discovery. Yes, he was a guy who was locked up in a Klingon prison ship, and yeah, basically crossing a very insignificant corner of the Klingon Empire only to learn, yeah, okay, there's no insignificant part of the Klingon Empire. How he managed to escape, if I remember correctly, it was a couple of episodes on, he did a deal with the Klingons to get the secret of Discovery. And he put them in a time loop, and the only person to help them out of that was Lieutenant Paul Stamets, because of his connection with the mycelial network. But anyway, this was not designed by this Harcourt Fenton Mudd. No, it wasn't. This was designed by Scopely. Yes, this was because this was originally brought in before we started getting all the TV series added. So it was brought in before Discovery. So they had to create their own Harcourt Fenton Mudd, or as we like to call him in this game, Skinny Mudd. Yes, I will touch on him in just a little bit as well. But he created this ship, and it was basically, I'll tell you what, I'll continue reading for you. The vessel is unique in its modularity. Every component works in concert with its siblings, but is also completely self-sufficient. allowing a savvy engineer to swap out and upgrade these parts with ease. Now, the bonus with this is it's going to cost you resources, yes, but it's not going to cost you materials, but it will cost you another currency. Again, further on the stream. Yeah. So anyway, this means that the ship can easily be broken down into its base components and reassembled again. Harry Mudd has taken advantage of this particular element of the ship's design, breaking it down to avoid detection whenever he pulls off a heist, only to reassemble it with different signatures in another part of the galaxy. With this ingenious method, Mudd has achieved the dream of every criminal in the galaxy and has rendered himself untraceable. Yes, so that is basically the Stella. This ship is the way it was designed was basically you build it, you tear it up, you level it up, you scrap it, and then you start the whole cycle again. That is literally it. Now, as a combat ship, she's not too bad. She is designed to go up against the Eclipse hostiles. She doesn't have any boosts towards that. That is what you're going to get from the research. And yes, there is an awful lot to this mechanic. You've got research, you've got the faction store, you've got armadas, you've got hostiles. This is such a complex thing. Yeah, I had no choice but to do a live stream, really. So, but yeah. So that's your stats, and obviously this is from scratch, and obviously that M number you can see just above its port wing, port side tail is an M number, and this is your level of your Stella. The higher the level of the Stella, the better she is, even at tier 1. Yes, so that strength over there is affected by a lot of different things. The stats, and every time it goes into combat, it's affected by all the research. As you can see, there are 160 parts of research, and I'm over halfway through. For a veteran of the game who's been in it 4 years, who's been around since this thing was launched, that is a free-to-play player anyway. That is actually a reasonable level. I'm sure there are obviously spenders who are well over 100 by now, if not completely maxed it out already, depending on the level of spending that they do. But for an average free-to-play player, that is not too bad. But if you're very active in the armadas, which this thing needs, yeah, you might be on 90, maybe pretty close to 100, if not just tipped over. So, but yeah. Obviously, if you've got any comments or quiz about this as we go, please drop them in the comment section down below. I do have the chat up in front of me, and so obviously I can see any comments coming in. Right, so that's the downside to the ship, obviously, is going to be its critical chance. It's got a reasonable damage per round. It's not perfect, but then again, it's a specialty ship. It's designed specifically to go at a specific type of hostiles. But its damage is not particularly too bad, yet you want to use it in various other little things. Yeah, you could do. But I'd recommend putting a decent officer set on it first. But I wouldn't recommend going too high. That I definitely would say. But its critical chance and its critical damage is, yeah, okay, mediocre. Okay, mediocre. And then obviously you got its armor and shield. Again, not bad. It's a battleship, so which means it's going to be armor focused, which means the best thing that's going to take this thing on is interceptors. However, the hostiles it takes on are not interceptors. They're not explorers. They're not battleships. They are transports, the surveys. So, yeah. Best crew loadout for this on that front? PvE, literally. If you've got a PvE crew, that's what you put on it. Whether it's the TNG crew, whether it's the cadet crew, when you first get it. When you're more advanced, it's PMC. No questions, PMC. End of discussion on that one, really. But anyway, so that's it. Shield deflection and dodge, obviously, as per for a battleship, is not particularly that high. When it comes to its health, shield health and hull health, well, its hull health is going to be obviously quite strong with it being a battleship. So, but yeah, its utilities. Now, impulse speed, you're not really looking for this to be a particularly fast ship. Warp range, yes, ideally you do want it to be able to get quite far. Warp range 33, I think that's what my tier 9 can actually do. But anyway, I'm not quite sure what the low range is. If you do know what it is, please drop in the comment section down below. But with this thing as well, it's the cargo capacity you're actually looking at. As you can see, this one cracks out at 16,000. My tier 9 has got 161,000 on it. Now, that does include research and things like that, and the treasury. So please also bear that in mind. Protected cargo, well, unless you're on a server where Stella's actively hunted OPC, you don't need to worry about the protected cargo whatsoever. So on my server, there's no rules against the Stella. You can go pop them if you want, but it's just considered a dick move. That's probably the same with most servers. I don't know, but that's all that bit, right? So that's the basics of the Stella. Where can you find it? Obviously in the ship construction under battleships. It's an uncommon G3. End of story. But like I said, you do not need G3 materials for it. I do have. I'm in the way again. I do have a. Gotta love camera views and touchscreen. Need a mouse. I wonder if I can get a mouse that will tie on Bluetooth for this thing. But I do have a baby Stella. There you go. As you can see, I've got 2 Stellas on the line. My baby one is actually a tier 7 and currently on its way up. Now, the beauty with this though is when you do get to tier 7, so completed tier 7, so you're doing all the parts for tier 8 and tier 9, they only require one thing. Epics. Now, these are a pain in the ass to source, not gonna lie. They are a pain in the ass to source. You actively need to grind these out through the Armadas. And again, like I said, we will touch on that. But before that, it's all uncommons and rares. So, but once you get onto the doing your parts for your tier 8 and tier 9, it's pure epics all the way. There's no other way. As you can see, there's no resources plonked into it neither. So I was actually wrong, because I said there was resources. No, there isn't. It's just this. That is it. Which is a bonus. So, obviously she's got a couple of guns. Let's have a quick look at the guns. So what we got here, we've got photonic torpedoes. We have pulsed phasers. Are they like the Defiance? Probably not. But, and then, another pulsed phaser. So you've got 2 energy weapons and 1 kinetic. Obviously they're going to fire in the standard patterns as far as I'm aware. So this one should tell me, yep, 111. So that's the energy weapons, and this one, yep, here you go, standard shot. So this one will fire once every 2 rounds. The energy weapons fire every single round. But this has got an unusual firing pattern as well. And I think, to be perfect honest, I'm going to have to go to STFC.space. So for the purposes of editing, when it comes to me doing this as a video, this bit's going to be edited out. So so we need to get rid of that. So yes, you're going to see a few different things. Now, you've just seen Spock's Club there. Is if it can get access on an Android mobile, then brilliant. I've not figured out the way around it. But here she is, here's the Stella. So, as you can see, she starts off with a nice 200, and obviously when you do get to full max, it's 600% loot. So, build cost, obviously you require 100 blueprints to build it. It's going to take 16 hours, and it's going to cost you some titanium and some dilithium. Not expensive, really. So, this is what you're going to need to build it. It's a level 27 shipyard, and you also need the Stella research. Again, you're going to find that in the outlaw tree. But we'll cut into that just shortly. Now, I was mentioning the firing pattern. So, here's your firing pattern. But trust me, when you look at the battle logs, it's rather interesting. And I will actually throw one in, some battles in for this. I'll do the tier 9 and the tier 8. We'll probably put PMC on the tier 8 and an Armada crew on the tier 9. So, but upgrades. So, let's have a look at the total range. That's it. That's all it's going to cost you. 257,000 uncommon uranium, for just under 50,000 rare, and 12,500, just over 12,500 epic. Now, there is a piece of research that cuts all that in half. in half. And trust me, that is a researcher you desperately want when it comes to the Stella. Because like I said, this thing's designed to be built and it's also designed to be scrapped. It's the only way to progress through that tree adequately, to be perfectly frank. So total tier up time 6 days. It is very quick to tier up. Yeah. So, and then obviously you've got that. Let's have a look. Scrapping. We've just looked at the scrapping for tier 9. Right, scrapping. When it comes down to scrapping, depending on where you are in your game, if you've only just got this, trust me, the best you're going to be able to achieve with a baby Stella and very little research is tier 4. So if we take it up to level 20, so, and let me move myself into the middle here. So this is what, either side of me, this is what you're going to get. Basically, now that hull scan is going to guarantee you 100 blueprints every time. Once you get that first Stella, now apart from what I've heard, the way to do it is you got to grind it out. When you first go for it, you grind it out. You'll get access to it in the faction store, where you will get your 100. You grind out your 100 blueprints. Boom, you go build it. Job's gone. That disappears. So that's it. Once you've got one Stella, that is it. That's all you get. If you want a second, which is very highly recommended, and I would highly recommend it, getting a second one, you will need to do it through an event store, sadly. Which will, if you're lucky, you might be able to get it through one whole event store. If not, it will be spread over two, depending on how many blueprints Scopely actually pull out their back pockets and whether they're going to be stingies or not. But also, these Stella particles are going to be instrumental towards research and other various little goodies, which, to be perfectly honest, not even worth it. Literally, if you get these Stella particles, the only place you're going to be using them until you've got it all done is the research. You won't be using them on anything else. If you use them on anything else, I stupidly did. Trust me, it's RNG. Don't do it. I would not recommend it. So, obviously, you do have some resources as well that you're going to get back off it as well. And now, as you can see, in total scrap time for a tier 4 is just going to be 1 day, 11 hours. Now, obviously, your scrapping levels will increase as you go up. The next best one, and if you see these Stella particles, is a massive increase just for one tier. Just to go one tier. Now, let's scroll back up a little bit to the there you go, 1 to 5. That's how much it's going to cost you. As a low tier, that rare uranium will be a pain in the backside to get. But like I said, the further you get on, the easier it's going to get. I can get that 5,000 in one run. That's not a problem for me, so which means I can do it. That 34,000, the Armadas drop these uncommon, not the uncommon uraniums, but the bits you need to get the uncommons. Actually, no, sorry, I can't get that in one run. I've just thought it's the loot I can get in one run. The loot's the problem. Yes, unfortunately. But the loot drops at an excessive rate, and this is not relatively that hard to get. But again, with the faction store, it goes down to what level you are, reputation wise. Yes, it's another reputation builder. Gotta love them. But anyway, going back up for the scrapping. Next one. If we can just get it working. Doesn't want to play nice for me. Again, now another tier. Look at the boost. Over 4 times. Whoa, that is massive. So, and again, a day, 19 hours. So, yeah, the higher tier you get the ship, the better stellar particle loot you're going to get. The titanium and dilithium is just literally going to be a bonus for you, but don't really take much interest in it. The hull scans, that stays at 1 all the way through. But if we go even further, and we take it to, oh, there you go, tier 8, 165,000. That's a bit of an increase there, isn't it? You can't lie. Hi, hi, Doom. Oh, that's your actual name, is it? No problem. Hi, Chris. Wolf. welcome to the stream, guys. Yeah. So impromptu Stella live stream. Hey, thought we'd do it live. But anyway, so tier 8. So you let's take it up to tier 9, the one I'm going to be scrapping live on stream for you. A full day to scrap it. So as you see, the scrap time's dropped. Not bad. But 467,000 stellar particles. Brilliant. That will get you a hell of a lot of research. Obviously, the chances of you getting to level 45 stellar, you're probably looking, you need to be at least a level 33, Ops 33. And you're going to have to do some research. But like I said, this ship is designed to be built, leveled up, then scrapped. So obviously do start your scrapping as early as possible. But tier 4 would be my absolute lowest benchmark. Recommended tier 5. Absolute benchmark is 4. Recommended tier 5. If you can get it there. But that's the scrapping. And yeah. That's literally all there is. So, right. So, let's jump back into the game. If it will let me. There we go. Back into the game. So, let's put my camera back down where it belongs. So, that's the bits from STFC.space. So now, all that said, let's sort this out. Hi Andrew, what's the Stella worth? My main is struggling for tier 9 and usually scrap. Yeah, Andrew, trust me, you are going to struggle for that tier 9. It takes me forever, but I'm not very active when it comes to the Armadas. So tier 6 to tier 7, absolutely fine. If you can get it to tier 8, that would be good. But again, going from 7 to 8 is purely, literally epics. So if you've got a chance to get epics, cool. We will look on epics. So hang on. Right, no, so I want to leave this one on this dock. And then let's go for my PvP crew. And we'll get the Enterprise off. Put the Stella in. Look at that. Down there it says 1 million. 1 million in dock. I've never had that. But anyway, we'll assign it. So like I said, this is the baby that's going to end up being scrapped at some point in this video. As you can see, all done. Level 45. Boom. And just as a confirmation, Master 600% at full level. That's where I'm going wrong. I don't like to scrap. Can't do anything without 2 Stellas on standby. Maybe need a 3rd. Yeah, well, trust me, 3rd Stellas are not unheard of. 2 is highly recommended. 3 is just a bonus. 4, well, yeah, I think you're starting to take the biscuit a little bit, aren't you? But some players actually do it. Mine's tier 8. I only have 1. Hurts my feelings thinking about scrapping it. Yeah, sadly, Doom, you are going to suffer with that one if you've only got the 1. Event stores. Like I said, I don't even recall seeing the Stella in last event store, to be perfectly honest. Which, you have 5. Hi Lou, welcome to the stream. You've got 5. Well, you are really taking the mick now, aren't you? You're just flashing the cash there, mate. Both mine tier 5 breaks my heart to scrap. But yeah, anyway, so this is the one we're going to use on Armadas. Now, when it comes to crewing Armadas for this thing, there's so many different combinations you can use. It is unreal. Now, the sad bit is, one of my crews I'm not going to be able to use because I sent the captain on an away mission. And that is 5 of 11, which boosts the amount of loot you're going to get. Trust me, that is a good one. But there are others as well. There's Riker you can use because it is officer ability. There's Khan's on an away mission. No! Oh my god, and I bet he's on a 3-day mission, isn't he? Because if he's on a 3-day mission, I am buggered. Yeah, he's on a 3-day mission. I ain't even got enough speed ups to do 2 days, let alone 3. So, crewing is going to be a bit of a nightmare here for me. So, right, there was a bug that gave free ones when it was first launched. They never took them back off us. Ah, I didn't know about that bug. Wow. But then again, around the time that this Stella came out, I was still clueless when it came to MMOs. Clueless. But I'm still clueless. Nearly 4 years on. So, but anyway, so I remember that it'd been sorted out by the time I knew about it. Yeah, but obviously once you've got them, they're not going to take it off you. Right, so let me think. What can I put on this crew? Now, Riker, Bev, Lorca as an alternative. There's an idea. But, Bev, speaking of Bev, yes, of course, the Crushers. That's one, obviously, my alliance told me about, the Crushers. So, let's put the Crushers up. Yeah, that's if I can find them. Right, so we should find the first one just any second. There she is, next gen Crusher. So we'll put her there, and then Beverly, and then Worf. Yep. Oh, hello. My camera's in the way. That's why he won't go up. So, also as well, I'm going to be keeping Tindy on this ship because she will boost my hull. So if I take her off, look what I've just dropped below 1 million. So let's keep her on the ship for definite. Oh my lordy! All the times I've got to move my camera around because of this. Right, so there we go. So put her back on. She shoots it back up. So now I've also got to crew this out adequately. Is it going to be non-player targets for? Okay, and then she's defense, isn't she? So my defense is relatively okay. My health is okay, but ideally I could probably do with sticking. I'll tell you what. Let's put myself here next to the crew. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at a health officer. Who can we get? So we've got Levis there. So we'll put Levis in. 14,000. That's not bad. So let's have a look at a defense officer. For one slot left. Yeah, there you go. Missing. Oh, I've sent them on away teams. Trust me. Merrick, she's new and upcoming. She's due to be tiered up, but I just don't have the bits and bobs I need for. Actually, I think I do now. She's always away when I do it. But anyway, so there we go. 14,000 defense, 15, just under 16,000 health. So that's going to help it. So that's going to be the Armada crew I am going to use. Now, I'm not going to be doing such high level Armadas, but we'll have to see. So let's go. Right. So where do we go for grinding with the Stella? Well, plain and simple fact is this purple section here. This is where we start all the grinding. You're starting off in the low level systems and work your way up as you've been able to develop your Stella. Way before my time. I'm still useless. Yeah, I do. That's pretty much how my videos go. Just roll with it. So I use Crushers as an alt, Red Bev as captain, next gen, and Wesley. Yep. You could shrink your image on your screen, make yourself. Yes, I could do that, but I really don't want to sit in with the Crushers on this one. Nah. Gonna have to explain that crew to me, dude. Yeah, to be perfectly honest with you on that one, Lou, I'm not sure myself. They just said it works, so we'll have a look at a battle log. Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll see them in an Armada. So, like I said, oh, hello. So all these are the systems where you're going to go kill these hostiles. Now we'll drop into the main system because this is where a lot of players congregate because it is the straight run to the Armada base. But you're going to get these exchange transports. They go all the way up to level 40 and their powers increase. They are a hell of a lot stronger. I'm not going to pit a Stella against this because this is just pathetic. But what you're going to get out of this as well is the reward key, is the security keys. These you're going to need, as you can see, in your Rogue Faction store. Yes. So, before we go on to mentioning about the Armadas and everything, let's have a look at that. Because, like I said, there's so much to this. So, let me just shrink myself a little bit. There we go. There we go. Rogue tree. Right. So, Stella Blueprint Reclaim. I just came across on our Crusher crew and it seemed to work. Don't know about battle pods, don't understand them. I just seem to last a bit longer before I die. Okay. So, I'm still learning battle logs. To be honest, I'm the same. If it works, I'm happy. That's the way I am. But anyway, so Stella Blueprint Reclaim. Like I said, when you scrap a Stella, well, when you first go for your Stella, obviously you're going to build up all the blueprints. And then once you get 100, you go to your shipyard, you build it, that disappears. And then you'll get replaced with this. Now, this is where every time you scrap a Stella, like you got that hull scan where it always said 1, if you remember from STFC.space. Also, shout out to Ripper for that brilliant feature. In the green, he had the hull scan 1, and that was all the way through the levels, no matter what level it was. So that 1 will give you instant access to a fresh blueprint. Now, again, we will do that because I will be scrapping the Tier 9 Stella later on. So yeah, so you'll get another one and you'll get a chance to rebuild it. Now, there's a lot of other stuff in this as well. So now, those security keys, obviously you build them up and you can end up spending them here in the store. Where are you going to spend them? Well, you've got a choice. You can either spend them on this transwarp cell, which will give you access to 3 particular systems in the purple rogue space where you can mine bigger nodes. Now, most servers usually have something in their row about not killing in token systems. We have it on 134. Obviously, it goes out the window when it comes to incursions, which we've got starting tomorrow. Just heard that the American servers are having problems. I'm hoping that's going to be sorted pretty soon for them. But these cells, like I said, the bigger nodes, and most servers will have a protection against any system that needs any form of transwarp cells or tokens to get there. So which means you can literally send a miner there with a 5 million cargo hold, and you can mine until it's all full. Not bad. Most people did it when it comes to the antique Latinum systems as well, which you needed the one out the Borg refinery for. And you went there and you probably punked your miner on there for like 3, 4, 5 weeks just to fill up. Yeah. You put your biggest miner out. You didn't send the Devore. You put your biggest miner possible on one of those nodes with just a captain, and you just let it crack on for a week. I think the longest period I ever had was something like about just over 3 weeks to mine over 1 million. So now I can crack out over 1 million in a day. But hey ho, that's the way it goes. You're 134. We must have played you in the first one and 135. No, we haven't taken each other on yet, Lou. We haven't taken each other. We've had 142, 140, and we're up against 145 now. So, well, that's what I've seen in the cross-server leaderboard, 145. So I'm guessing that's who we're going to be up against this round. Don't know what it's going to be like, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But anyway, like I said, so you can spend some of the tokens on this. Now, didn't you get absolutely thrash us? No, that was 1 foot. Nobody's actually thrashed us yet. We've been beaten. Yes, we lost one, and that was against 140. We took the lead early on, and then they pretty much took it while we was all in bed, and then pretty much held it for the rest of the day, because obviously people went to work and things like that. So which means 134 weren't able to adequately fight back and take it, and 140 did actually beat us. It wasn't that much. I think it was sort of like 40. I think we had 40 to 45% of the score, and obviously 140 had 55 to 60% of the score. So it wasn't that much of a thrashing. And then obviously we took on 142, and yeah, we beat them. Oh, I knew the first ones we got beat. Yeah, we definitely got beat. You can show me your power board. Can you show me your power board and see if I think they could pair is based on that? Yeah, I can certainly show you the power board shortly. So I just take a quick drink. But yeah, so like I said, so yeah, Big Whale didn't bother shielding and they got it. Yeah, I think that was it in the first one. It was literally a big whale, and they just let people. I don't understand why whales do that. You're working for your server. Why? But internal server politics. That's literally all I'm going to leave that one on. But anyway, circling back to this, like I say, you can buy this. It is expensive. no questions about it. Please don't worry about the prices, because as you can see, I'm an outlaw. That's my reputation level. I haven't got a screenshot, unfortunately, of the actual levels, but things do get more expensive the higher up you go. So just be prepared for that. Now, I don't touch those cells because I don't go to those systems. What I do is I buy this, and we're not going to buy it because I'm going to wait till morning for the other ones, but you're going to get Armada directives. Now, this is literally the best sourcing of Armadas you can have. Straight away, uncommons and rares. Now, to start the Armadas, you're going to need 100 uncommons, and you're going to need 200 rares. Now, look at what I'm getting there. That hasn't changed the more I've increased. That stayed the same all the way through. And then obviously I get a couple of extra goodies like rogue credits, which I do need. We'll touch on that in just a second. And then obviously the rogue faction points as well, which get you as high as possible. It's the mentality, mate. Credit warriors think they're untouchable. Only for regular Armadas are sourced. Yes, exactly, Doom. This is how regular Armadas need to be sourced. Something similar to this. Not 15 a day, 105 a week. I'll tell you now, there's another one where you can get some extras, but in 2 days, I can get one uncommon and one rare. Now, I've actually quickly done the maths as well, because there are epic directives available, and we'll show you where they're sourced. But it'll take you 10 days to save up enough epic directives to do one epic run. 10 days. You can do these once every 2 days. So one uncommon, one rare in every 2 days. 5 runs, you will build up enough directives. And I will show you why in this video. It's going to take around about 15 minutes to go through, but you'll see what I mean. Now, the other place to get the directives is also this one with the 7-hour window left on it. But this one is going to cost you my corrupted data to actually do it. But you get an extra 34. So let's go on the uncommon line. 50 uncommons from the other one to 34 in this one. That's 84. Okay, so you're short of 16 for the day. That's why I say 2 days. Take the rares, 67 in the other box, 34 in this one, 71, 101. Okay, so you're 99 short. 2 days, you're going to be 2 over. So you've got a rare. Boom! Every 2 days you can run one of each. If you build them up, brilliant. We do have the Apex event, which is sort of centered around the Armadas on day 3 or days 2 and 3, but also the Redskin event, which is Armadas. Save them up, use them in there. Trust me, you're not going to need that many to complete that event. Literally, I think I can do it on 4 uncommons. That's if I use the high level uncommons. But yeah, so now, as I was saying, you get some what is it? Rogue credits. Rogue credits. Have a quick look on that. Now you spend them here on the research credits, that big blue thing with the nice little symbols around it. That's where you spend them. I can, as you can see, what I'm actually going to get, how many research credits I'm going to get, and what you do is you use them in your research tree. Yes, like I said, quite a lot with this mechanic. It is mind-boggling. When I was trying to figure out, like I said, trying to figure out to do the video, I just couldn't get in my head. Where do I start? What do I do? It was just way too complex, which is why I'm doing this live stream. So, research credits. Yes, you're going to need probably over millions just to do all the research. Now, there is another chest that you're also going to want to go for, and this is this one. It's going to give you an extra bonus towards rogue credits, and it's also going to give you a bonus towards extra stuff towards rogue reputation as well. However, just beware of the costs. The costs are stupid. This is Scopely. But this is also going to require uncommon Armada exchange loot. Or uncommon exchange Armada loot. Yes, now that pays out in abundance. And I'm not kidding you when I say abundance. So we will go there in just a second so we can show you the Armadas and what they pay out. Obviously, uncommon uranium and then rare and epic uranium. As you can see, I can also get some, well, I can't at the minute because I haven't got enough, but these are your costs, and all three of these chests, they kind of scale the same. So this is outlaw level. It's quite expensive. Payout's not too bad. It will probably take me 630, and I need 6,000, so it's going to take me 10 of these as a bare minimum to max out my Stella tiers 8 and 9. 10 of these. So now if I didn't have that Stella research that I was mentioned in STFC.space, it's going to take 20. Because like I said, that research cuts it in half. I will tell you about that research shortly. But anyway, that's all this. Now, all this down here. Stellar particles to gas or and... Okay, the crystal one's up there. So we'll just have a quick look at this. It's ridiculous. It's all RNG. Ah! There they are! I was wondering where these were. These stellar bonus things. Haha! Now I found them. Now that creates a problem. Because, as I've just found them, where do you take them? Well, it's simple. You go down to these... this. You spend them in here. So, as you saw, I've got 100 in that chest. 100 for one chest. Again, it's all saying chance. But, the survey ones, ideally, these will be good for your Meridian. Tier 9 Meridian is going to require rare survey parts. So just bear that in mind. Yeah. So, I think it was that. Yeah, no. Oh, it could have been rare materials actually. But in either case, yeah. Now, this one looks like it scales properly the way it should scale. 100 for one chest, 200 for two chests, 300 for three chests. Not 100, 600, 50 for 5,000. But that's perfect good. But again, it is RNG. Yeah, you do need to pray to the RNGesus. Yeah, that's definitely the best thing to do. But again, the amount of RNG in this game is just pathetic in my view. Way too much. We don't need that much. There could be more guarantees. The refinery, for one, should all be guaranteed, not RNG based. But we have just had a refinery boost. Eee. But anyway, so that is the Rogue store, faction store. Now, the loot you're going to need for your uranium. Well, you go out here. So you've got your Borg space just here, right next to Federation space, and then you've got all this. Exchange Central, this is where your armadas are. And if we go in and have a look, this is obviously the central system. There you go. An exchange bank, you're uncommon. Now, that's not too bad. Again, your Stellas can do this. I guarantee you my tier 8 Stella can do this on its own. Not a problem. Possibly crude, it can do it. A cost, as you see, 100. I got 6 ones at these, so I could do 6 of them. But what do they pay out? The rewards? Well, this one pays out the uncommon loot. So, that number, what's RNG? Random number generation. I had to learn that one myself as well. Basically, it's like the roll of a dice. 6-sided dice, what number you're going to get. My partner, Paul Lass, we played Snakes and Ladders a few nights ago. I won 4-1. I wasn't even focused on playing the game. I was doing a bit of STFC as well. But the number of times that we both hit 2 sixes on the run, the number of times we hit the snakes because of RNG, the way the dice fell was ridiculous. That's the best way to do it. Snakes and ladders, dice. What you're going to get, where you're going to go, how long it's going to take to finish, are you actually going to lose? So, but anyway, so that's your cargo. Now, is there a rare in here that we can look at? No, there isn't, so we're going to have to go up. Now, please obviously bear in mind, chance, luck, computer generated shenanigans that Scopely can set the odds for. Yes, and trust me, those odds are stupid. So, You want to find the rares? Well, don't start in anything below 28. Is there any in this system? I think there might be, because I think they all start at level 31, and I'm fully zoomed out. So, yep, here we go. So this is a rare. It's the Vault. 200 to start. As you can see, I can only do one of these at the minute. Now, in other words, they can shaft you over and over again. Yep, they can. Trust me, Worf, you don't need to feel dumb on this one. Maybe the beer, possibly. But now, the timers on these Armadas are also pretty decent. 7 minutes. That's just over half a normal Armada. They don't need to be left 15 minutes. Usually, if you're planning Armadas ahead, you know your team, you tell them to get there. Most flight times nowadays with the research and everything, they're not going to take over 7 minutes to get there. I can get from where I am in the Hobushin, hang on, I'm trying to remember how Dax pronounces it, in Way of the Warriors, Way of the Warrior Part 1, Hobushin. I can get from there to the high level system of this in less than 4 minutes. So, but 7 minute timers, pretty good. And yeah, so that's level 31. Now, I will usually go up here. I usually grind up here when I'm doing my hostile grinding. And I love to pop these things. As you can see, this is 13 million. This is a hell of a lot stronger than that level 27. But again, a tier 7 Stella can do these quite easily, especially when it's got research. I wouldn't recommend going in tier 7 without the research, but the payouts are a little bit better as well. But now, take into account, I'm going to send my PV, as you just saw, for 3 minutes 44. Like I said, I'm going from the Hobushian system, 3 minutes 43 seconds to fly there, and that's a tier 9 Stella. Okay, so in 3 minutes, we're going to get to pop one of them. But I will do Armadas in this system. So 37s, 38s and 39s in this system. And also we get these, the Security Vault Epics. Now these do start in a level 33 system. They start at level 33 themselves. Now, okay, that's tied up. So here we go. These cost you 250. Again, the 7 minute timers. But, yeah. Now, what I didn't show you with the rare, and I can show you with this epic, is the loot. Now, you're going to get two different loots, and it's the same with the rares. So simply replace the epic with the rare. You've got the loot for the grade of Armada. So in this case, epic loot. But it also pays you out uncommon. Ooh, yes, uncommon loot. So, yeah, you're going to constantly build up. So you necessarily don't have to go after those uncommons. You can build up your rares and epics, and you're going to get the uncommons you need from these. Now, the uncommons are also going to be a bonus when it comes to getting the directives for the epics. Yes, because if you lead, yes, you need to be leader of any uncommon, exchange uncommon, any exchange rares, you will get epic directives as a compensation. And what we're going to do is, there you go, it's an uncommon there. So we're going to start this one. I'm just going to tell my lines. This is a free for all. Just so they know, because I guarantee some of them are going to come. So their way it's a free for all, and obviously, right? I hate that. Send me shipping, and it still don't bloody fly. But your miners not being reset is killing my. Sorry. Actually, yes, they do need to be changed for the night. They do need to be changed. So, because what it is, I've just set up today what I need to mine every single day to build up enough materials, so eventually when the bonus refineries come around, I'm going to have enough to do them, especially if they're more than 2 days. But anyway, So just leave that there because obviously one of the Stellas is going to get there pretty soon. Because what I want to do is show the how much loot the attacks got, and then I'm going to show you how much I actually get from that. And then obviously, as I say, adding 5 of 11. Cheers, Wolf. Heading to oh, I've lost my trail of thought now. So live stream not important Armada. So there we go. Obviously we're very hot on making sure players actually start the Armadas, because that does cause a lot of frustration for players. So hence the reason why I did a video on leading Armada about starting Armadas. So who we got coming up? So I've only got 3 in the Armada, so obviously if that's all I'm going to get, I'm not going to bother starting. It's less than 5. It's less than 5. I can hold 5 members with me. So, but anyway. So, right. Now, we're going to target this 40 here, right? So, as you can see, this has got 1592, right? So, I'm going to send my Stella at it. Now, this is the tier 9 Stella, which has the boost of 600%. So, we'll move myself in between so I can show you. I'll tell you what, we'll watch the loot as it comes in. Okay, for some reason it's only 124k. I'm wondering if I've got the right Stella here. But look at the difference. Just under 17,000 loot I've got out of that. As you saw, that was 1,592. 600% boost. Boom. You got it. So, have I got these Stellas the wrong way? I've got these Stellas the wrong way round. I've got them tier 9 on Armadas. But the tier 8, this baby one needs upgrading anyway. So obviously that's not going to be the full 600%. What's its percentage going to be at? Oh, okay, so that's 415% for a level 28. Yes. Now, also, there is another piece of research. Hi, Nuts. Welcome to the stream, mate. There is a piece of research as well. So, while that Armada... leave it go, we can see we go boom. Oh yeah, don't worry. We're going to run at least 2 Armadas. So what am I doing first? An uncommon. So now I've got right. So now I've got 4 people coming. So that's fine, and we've got just under 3 minutes. So yeah. Research. Now, as you can see, I've just entered the thing. Now the research is going to be a big one for us to look at. But let's just quickly jump in. Now, the outlaw trait, I'm not quite sure what level this becomes available for players to start being able to do it. But when you click onto it, boom. I'm guessing it starts when you actually get the Botany Bay. Because as you can see, a lot of this is actually centered around the Botany Bay. The plutonium, the augment stuff. So, loved using the cargo officers when I was still doing the loot for Stella. They helped me a lot, to be honest. Bev is your captain, run Beverly Khan Mud. I would not, but unfortunately Khan's on an away mission and I can't get him home for 3 days. So, I don't have enough speed ups for it. So, that was a bit earlier in the video. A couple of my main Armada crews are away on away missions. So, because obviously, like I said, I wasn't expecting to do this. But, as you saw in STFC.space, now there was a piece of research you need to do to get the Stella. Boom! That's your Stella. That unlocks your Stella and gives you, unlocks the ability to build the Stella and grants it bonus slots against all Eclipse hostiles. And that literally opens up the rest of the research, which it run Decius or Bones. Bones on the way mission. Decius, I can't remember where he is. But we could certainly look at that one on as another formation. If you want to drop that crew, Nuts, please go ahead and drop that crew. It'll be instrumental. I will mention it as well. obviously when I come around to editing this video, because luckily Prism is going to save this for me, so I'll be able to edit this. It's going to take some serious editing. It's going to take me a day or two to edit this video. Whew. But anyway, looking ahead, the next live stream will be Tuesday morning. It's patch note day. Yes, Deep Space Nine is coming! Finally! But anyway, so that's that. So we'll quickly get back out to the Armada. It is a damaged Armada, so I'm not expecting much. But let's have a quick look at its loot. So as you can see, the uncommon 1894 loot. That's what I'm going to get off this. So, and then we'll just quickly check my Armada. Oh, no, I'm full. Who's filled me? Oh, I got full and I don't even realise who. Let me see. One. Yeah, there's only 4 there. Sky, you're the one who's turned up. But it's because I said free to play. It's free for all. So obviously he didn't shout. So, but anyway, that's that. The next one I will do as a literally you're gonna have to call. But anyway. Oh, I love it when this happens. Just sits there and does absolutely nothing. Sits on 0 for ages. Does anyone else have this problem? Just what you need. There you go. Boom. Off it goes. So, now I've done that. Now, what I'm going to do is quickly click on this because I want to show this. Now, I did say I was going to look at the battle log, but quickly, what I'm going to show you. So, that's the loot I actually won from this. Not too bad. Pretty good. But obviously, being a leader, I'm going to definitely get this chest. What am I going to get out of this chest? This is an uncommon. Epic directives. Yes, 21 epic directives for every single uncommon you killed. No matter what level it is, that is what you're going to get. Now, the Riz will give you 35. So you think every 2 days, you're going to get a 21, you're going to get a 35, and that's if you run them. So that's what, 26, 56. 56, right? And you need 250. So you need to do that 5 times. Once every 2 days, 5 times 2, 10 days. There is your math. Simple maths. What can go wrong? Well, this is one of my streams. Anything can go wrong. So we'll click that and we'll have a quick look at the battle log. So, my Beverly Crusher's activated, my Wharf's activated, and my next gen Dancing Doctor has also activated, improving my captain's efficiency by 12%. Now, I'm guessing that is where the Crushers come in. Obviously, 200% all mitigation stats when fighting hostiles and armadas for the rare Beverly Crusher. So that's going to help boost your mitigation stats when obviously taking on these armadas. And then next gen Dancing Doctor is going to give you that extra 12% boost. So that's going to take it up to 212%. That's not, or is that going to be 224%? That could be an interesting one. I'm not going to bore with complicated maths. I'll leave that to the bigger content creators who absolutely love maths. No, that's absolutely fine. It's a Crushers. I totally understand it. I'm only using them because it's literally all I've got. So, but, and then obviously here we go. Beverly Crushers, shield booster, and this is a captain's ability, isn't it? 300%. So yeah, this. Let's just go back a second. Click on Beverly. Oh yeah, so it's not going to be this one, the 12% added to it. It's going to be the one above it. I'm just out of screen. It's the one above it. Adding that, so it could actually be 336%. Woo! But yeah, so that's probably how it works at 12% of 200. Yeah, so that's 24. So, but yeah, so I'm guessing that's how the Crushers work. I don't know. Like I said, I don't really use them. It's literally only because that's all I've got. Now, let's have a look at a rare. Oh, who's running this one? Okay, well, we'll let him run that one. But like I said, to be perfectly honest, right, we don't really need to run it. Let's have a look at the rewards. So these are the rewards that you're going to get But like I said, these uncommon loots you're going to get through every single Armada regardless. So they build up. The downside is with the epics, you don't get the rares added in. If they added that in, that would be lovely. But this is Scopely. After all, they won't do something like that. So that's the Stellas in combat, in Armadas, in PvE. What other crew variants you got? Well, you've got your Kirk, Spock, Khan. You've got your Bones, Kirk, Spock. You've got I should hit weapon or impulse engine. Impulse. Impulse will give you better than your weapons will, because it improves your dodge, which is your mitigation. Your weapons is literally damage. Impulse dodge is mitigation. Don't worry about it. If you've done the opposite, don't worry about it. Eventually it'll all get done. Oh, you can do a weapon too. Hey, there you go. But yeah, so yeah, I've lost my trail of thought. Yeah, so the crews I've already given, which is Bones, Kirk, Spock, Khan, 5 Kirk, Spock, 5 Kirk, Khan. Kirk basically is used to just help your mitigation stats. What else have we got? Like I said, we've got the Crushers. You could actually use Wesley instead of Worf. You could you've got Riker. You've got another good one that's used. Now somebody could probably drop it in the comments about who to put with him, because this is another good officer. PMG. Last live stream, we delved much more into this lovely green lady, Gala. Yes, we dived more into her with a critical avoidance. And we did some good testing on stream. I think we ran about 4 Armadas on that stream. But yeah, so she's a good one. Put her with PMC. Brilliant. Kirk and Spock, yeah, as well. Yeah, you could do. I believe, Nuts, I think it was you who suggested... Max Gaylor said, that's a good one, Doom. You definitely needed to. Cheers, Nuts, for dropping that. I've lost my trail of thought now, but yes, so this other officer. Now we're going to have to go to group. Oh, for crying out loud. We don't want Bones. That's all he was left in the divorce. Is this officer, Leslie. Now, where you're looking for him is his captain's ability. Yes, he's a battleship trainer, so if you need your Stella improving, obviously he's going to help improve your Stella along the way as well, because he's going to give you more experience. You always are, Nuts. You always are. It's, the number of crew loadouts you send me, I quickly glance at them, but I will go back through them and look at them and see what we can pull. And I'm still working on the TOS Spock one, on how I can do that. There may be a chance I might be able to do it during incursions. But yeah, actually, I think there's a way I could do that, actually. But anyway, Leslie is a good one for your Armadas. Kirk and Spock, smashing. Thank you very much. But yeah, so this is a good loadout, Leslie. But sorry, we've got the wrong thing up. There you go. As long as the ship's hull health is under 35%, so it's going to require you to take a hell of a lot of damage first from the value at the start of combat. So no matter what your hull health was, as soon as you're 35% under that, so you could literally go into a fight with full health. Once you lose 65%, that is it. Then he kicks in. And he restores your hull health by 5% at the end of each round. So it keeps building the more rounds you go. If you go into the combat with only 50% hull, again, it's still going to take 65% of what hull you have from that 50%. So instead of it being 65, it'll go down to 32.5%. Bev Khan or Mud, any card that is cumulative. Yeah, anything that stacks on top of each other. Like Leslie, he stacks on top of, he boosts, as you see, it says at the end of each round. So it takes that 5% of what, it restores it by 5% each time. So when you start, if you got no hull, is adding 5%. You got 5% hull. Well, he's adding just that little fraction over. So it's 5.05% hull restored. And it just keeps building like that. And it just builds up. I mean, the alliance wrong and anything is in the innuendo for me. Yeah, Chris is our resident joker. I believe I actually put one of his jokes in one of my live streams. I think it might have been the last one. Can't remember what it was though. But yeah, so Leslie is a good one. Other officers I can think of. Let me think. Now you said, Nuts, you mentioned Decius. Again, he's away on an away mission. Trust me to send all my officers off on away missions, and then, I know what? I can't figure out how to do a video. I'll do it live. I haven't got half the officers I need. Leslie is not going to allow you to go into the next Armada, so no, he won't. The chances are you're still going to blow up, but you're going to last that little bit longer. So, I'd say it's not a win-win, but hey-ho. So, I mean, would I don't even... Oh, no. His ability is turned off, isn't it? But then again, so's the officer. We don't even have Tal, because they won't give us Tal. Poxy Scopely. But, yeah. So, that's crewing. Now, research. Let's go into the research. Now, the M number, obviously, as you remember, is... in fact, I'll tell you what, before we go into research, let's go down here. Oh, hang on. I'm going to call him back in. So, Decius is at 100% ATA stats stage of the game. Yeah, that's where I usually send him. Riker Kirk Spock, yeah, that's another good crew. 5, 6 Khan. Now, I wouldn't necessarily use 6 against Exchange Armadas. Now, Leslie absolutely will let you go higher. Yes, he will let you go and hit those higher Armadas. He's not much cop against the lower ones, because obviously you're not taking as much damage, but the higher ones he will. Why is that Stella not on its way home? Oh, it is. Typical. Here we go. But 6 now, what was the reason why they said... It was one of the content creators saying not to use 6. R56 not needed on... And 56 are not needed on Twitch Exchange after research level 40-ish. Right. Yes, Bev can be a good powerhouse. So, but yeah, so yeah, the high level Armadas. I can't remember what it was. Yeah, but I don't use 6 on Exchange Armadas. I use him on normal Armadas. So, but anyway, while we wait for the Stella to come home, let's have a look at the Outlaw research tree. So, as I said, it all starts with the botany base. So I'm guessing it opens around Ops 18 when you can actually start it. And obviously boost your data storage, your shields, your hull, does some base defense improvements. You can barter some plutonium, get it down. Bartering plutonium, if you still need to do your Stella, yes, I would recommend it. If you don't, forget it. Augment warp and impulse increasements as well. The botany bay is already fast bloody shit when it comes to warp and impulse, so that just makes it even better. You've got bartering for the ship parts. I'd recommend you do try and get them up as best you can, but once you get the Stella, then you enter the Stella tree. Now let's put myself back in the corner. Stack health or stack defense. Try both if you can. Once you get to your 300%, I usually go I will fill in slots starting one at a time. 1 health, 1 defense, 1 health, 1 defense. Like that, just to fill them up. 16, because the research specific to the Stella will get you max mitigation and penetration. Anyway, that is it. Thank you very much, Lou. I knew there was a reason why I don't use them. It's the mitigation levels. Because obviously, 6, he boosts your mitigation with the other armadas. So, but anyway, these, Stella Hull, Stella Weaponry, Anarchist, I think Anarchist, they all go towards that M number. The better you get, the better your Stella performs against the Eclipse hostiles and the Eclipse armadas. Also, there's some bonuses for your base defenses. You've got your material efficiency in here as well. Now, another good one in here is your rogue hulls. This is for all ships. All ships. Now, remember those research credits I said? That's them. You're going to need them throughout this tree. There's no question about it. You're going to need them. So, but as well, it comes with, there's a lot that you're actually going to need to do the outlaw tree. You're going to need resources. You're going to need materials across the board. You're going to need those research credits. You're going to need stellar particles. If you're really lucky, you're going to need latinum. That's just to do it faster. But again, mine's obviously cut out because I don't have enough ore. The latinum is obviously basically your resources and your speed ups put together. That's the latinum. Well, I'm guessing anyway. But rogue shields, and again, another one is a good one. All ships. It's not just centered on the Stella. That goes for all ships. But that doesn't count towards your M score. I will say that. Stellar warp drive, boosting the speed of your Stella to get to and from. As you can see, now we're hitting the particles. Woohoo! So, crafty engineering. Shield health for your Stella against Eclipse enemies. So that's going to be both the armadas and the transports. Prime efficiency Stella. This is the one you're going to need. This is the one that cuts your the amount of stuff you need. Hi Matthew, welcome to the stream, mate. I'm 160 now and Solo's 40s. Wow. With Mbenga. Wow. Wow. Nice one, Lou. What ops level are you, mate? But yeah, so Prime Stellar efficiency. As soon as you've got the chance to get this, I can't remember what the cost is. As soon as you've got the chance to get it. It will cut all the costs for upgrading 49. Well, that kind of explain it then. There you go. So as I mentioned earlier, the higher level ops level you are, the chance that you're going to end up M160 in it by that time. Lou has got it. But yeah, this cuts the cost literally in half. If Matthew, if that's to do with our 134 Discord, mate, leave it out of here. I've come out of that, and I'm not really fussed about what's said in it, and I don't really care. So, but yeah, so if you please, mate, just leave that Discord out of it because I don't want to. Yeah, I'm not fussed about what's said in there anymore. So. But yeah, alright, catch you later, Doom. Thanks for joining us. Now, as you saw with the other plutonium bartering, there's a number 3 there. I've no side. Don't even bother with it. If you've got your botany bay maxed out, you do not need to worry about it. Leave it. It's just a waste. Another good thing you can be working on as well is your chop shop, which will increase, again, all it needs is these Apex research medals. Yeah, server politics, let's leave them out. We don't need server politics in here. It's, I hate real world politics as it is. I sometimes imagine myself as a Prime Minister making some grandiose changes, but yeah, never going to happen. I'm just a pauper. So, But yeah, so research mail trees to do this. This is a good one to get boosted up as well. There is another one in your station research tree about increasing your scrapping speed. Work on that one as well if you can. But again, it's going to cost you the Apex medals. But then there's more in here. Prime Stella cargo. Yeah, unless you've got G5 materials lying around, don't worry too much about it. If you are in the G5 region, get it, because obviously you're going to boost your cargo no end. This is another biggie. This is a biggie, and I guarantee I'm going to smash a couple of these out myself on this stream. Is ship component efficiency. This is for all ships. It is material cutting. At the minute, it stands at 7%, 8%. It's not much of an increase, I know, but I'm not the owner of that server, mate. My Alliance Admiral's an admin on there, but I'm not the owner of that Discord. So, but yeah, so this is one that you go for. I would highly recommend it. 7%, it's not a lot, but as Tesco's I say, every little helps. So when you get this maxed out, it only maxes at 15%. Scopely's not going to give you an... did you say you was going to knock one out? No! Gee whiz, no! Oh, knock one... Yeah, this research. They're going to knock this research. I'm going to knock a couple out of this research as well. Oh, bloody hell, guys. Jesus. You got me going there. I'm going red. But yeah, so ship component efficiency will only top out at 15%. Like I said, it's not a few, yeah. It's not a lot, but it does help. It really does help. Highway robbery. This is another research you need to work on, because again, this is going to increase the amount of loot. You saw what loot I took off that Eclipse Hostile. I went from just 1,500 to just under 17,000. That's because I've got a 300% bonus here. I had a 415% bonus on my Stella. That's 715% boost. Now put 5 of 11 on that. That's even more. It's another 20% on top. It all adds up, and that 300% boost as well also works on armadas. So you literally taking more out of that armada. So obviously I went to the armadas with a tier 9 Stella. That's the 600%. Add the 300% on top of it. That's 900% increase. It's worth it. It is literally worth it. So another one to get. Now obviously as you progress on as well. Now if you are able to get that far, yes, you're going to have this. Yeah. Okay, I was really hoping for something with this set of missions. Yeah, forget it. It was one backhanded, but I did gain access to this, which is an extra boost to my independent credits. It gives me 100 per week, as you can see by the bonus. It's going to give me 100. It's once a week. Yes, Academy 43 is the next time I go for it. I think it's 41 to begin with, but it is highly. I'm quite happy with where it is at the minute, but I need to sort of like work on some ships and everything. But this is a good one to go for as well if you can get there. Granted, you will need to be in the G4 region, and then obviously you got further things, titanium upgrades. Again, R&D 43, and it's going to increase your base cost efficiency. So other researches put to one side. This gets added, then your other researches get added as well. It's all base. So so went on Discord. Who's knocking out? Who's knocking one out? Oh my lordy, this chat. Right, let's calm it there, guys. But yeah, so that is the outlaw tree. It's that simple. So what we're going to do now is, my Stella should be home. There she is. So just do that. Obviously, I'm going to have to work on the other one because it's still quite low. But, right, so let's take this Stella off the dock. We'll put my Enterprise back in. And then we'll go over. Now, as you saw as well, in STFC.space, this will take a day. As I showed earlier in the video, this is only going to take 9 hours. A whopping, 10, just under 10 hours. Are you sure you want to scrap this ship? This will permanently remove this ship from your roster. This action cannot be undone. Now, do I want to scrap it? Of course, I want to scrap it. So, now we'll click the helps. Anybody who gets the helps in will be greatly appreciated now. But that's now a Stella scrapping. And where is it? There it is. Top line. Oh, forgot about that. I forgot about that. I can't speed. Oh, I am a total dick. I am a total dick. Okay, so we won't be doing any of the research live on stream, sadly, because Dickface here forgot. You can't speed scrapping up. Only Scopely would invent a decent mechanic. Change the name of your channel to... well, it's an idea. But yeah, only Scopely would design a decent mechanic where you can scrap some ships, get something back off them, and not put speed ups available. So that's going to be tomorrow morning. That's going to be ready for me. So, but anyway, so that is the Stella. I've managed to crack that out in 1 hour and 20 minutes, which is not that bad. So let's see, how many videos is that going to be? That will probably be around about 3 or 4 videos. So, but I'm just really trying to think, is there anything else about this mechanic that I really need to think about? Because I can't remember. But, yeah. No, there's literally nothing else I can think about. I think I've managed to cover everything. So, I back this group knockout while Peg's talking. Yes. But yeah, so yeah, there's nothing else added to it. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, I'm literally stunned now because I've managed to get through it all. But this could be one of my shortest live streams yet, actually. So yeah, but anyway, that's the Stella. I'm sorry I can't speed it up to actually, you know, get it scrapped. But when I've gone through all this and edited out bits and bobs and got it into a bit more of a manageable video, this bit will be added on to the end where I will bang out. Really need to watch what I say. Where I will obviously do certain amounts of research as some researchers as well. Some of the ones that I've mentioned which are good, so like the ship component efficiency research is also one of the top ones that players really do need to think about, especially going up into the G4 region, because prices get a bit pricey, and that's a real money side as well if you choose to spend. Now let's just see, do we have a Stella pack in the store? Oh, we've got a couple of oh yeah, this one. Oh no, that's not. That just says guaranteed rare. So you won't get a strike team officer in that one. Elite flash pass. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get the elite flash pass because unfortunately it's the end of the. Well, for me, it's the end of the pay month. We got no money. Running down the freezers now, ready for the next batch of food to be getting on payday. So, but let's have a look, see if we can find this Stella. I don't think we've got one. We've got territory tree. So, oh yeah, you got some packs towards doing some of your research, which is going to give you Stella particles, some materials, some speed ups. So, yeah. So that's the top one, all at 90 quid or $100. Here you go, prime efficiency research. So, here you go. It requires 1,000 G4 uncommon ore to do. That's how you're going to know the cost of this thing. That's what it's going to cost you. Once you get it, boom, get it done. So the chances are the only time you're going to be able to achieve this one is going to be around about the time of Ops 34, when you've scrapped the Legionary. Yeah, because you'll get a couple of thousand from the Legionary, so you got a chance to get this. It is very highly recommended. If you really, really, really want to spend 90 quid or $100 for our friends across the pond, then by all means, crack on, get it, and get it done. If you want to grind it out, sorry, you're going to have to grind out a Legionary to tier 9, level 45, get to Scrapyard 34, and then scrap the Legionary, and then you can get this. Bit of a drag, bit of a long time, work on your Legionary, get it done. That's literally all I can say. And yeah, you get some extra goodies with it, but what we do that day. So, but there is there's no way to buy it. Oh, research credits and stellar particles. Oh, 144,000. Now, here comes another little bit. Yes, now this pack is actually pretty good. It's not too bad. If you're willing to spend £90 or $100 with the rares, the uncommons, they're not too bad. You can get some G3 stuff as well. Get some reasonably nice materials and some reasonable amount of speed ups. But would you rather spend this type of money to get 144,000 stellar particles? It'll get your research through a bit faster. Or wait for a level 45 stellar and scrap it in just under 10 hours to get 467,000. Well, for me, it's no brainer. I can't afford that. Unless somebody gave me 100 quid, I can't afford that. So I've got to do it the hard way. Nothing wrong with the hard way, really. But it's there. 67,000 Latinum. Yeah, not bad. So that's about 400 days worth of speed ups. That's all I use my Latinum for, is speeding up. But anyway. Yeah, pretty much. That would be about right, Lou. So 3 packs and you can get it. Good on Scopely to actually make sure that you can spend some money. But again, we do have to say thank you to the spenders, because if they did not spend, we wouldn't have a game. So, but it's like, I've been having stupid ideas lately about how to improve this game. Or maybe make a Star Trek Fleet Command 2. Yes. And I'll tell you what, I've got a little bit of time to kill, so it's a live stream. Obviously this won't get added into the videos, but my idea for Star Trek Fleet Command 2 is take Star Trek Armadas, for an instance. Take the beginning of this game where you just come in, say you come in on a starship this time. You come across... I'm not starting again. Huh? Okay, you've... Oh, no. I know what you're on about. But no, so you come in and you find a derelict construction ship. You take that. You build your own starbase. Then you can put your generators and everything else where you want. So like build it up similar to like Star Trek Armada. Yeah, you research stuff to build new stuff and all that. But yeah, and put a trading post in it. But yeah, I mean, speaking of trading posts, I mentioned it in my last video. What I think might come in the DS9 arc. I mentioned trading posts, and I was actually happy to see a comment from STFC News and Resource Center. They actually thought there was some great ideas. What I mentioned, it was Flights and Fancy, but a wormhole to drag ships through to deep space. There's an idea. Trading post, yeah. Like offices as well. Get rid of putting officers on ships. Collect them as like collect the shards for like like trading cards sort of thing. But you don't, like the football magazines where you get the stickers, you put them in the book to fill the book up. Any excess ones you can just trade with other people who haven't got them. Sort of similar to that, but you build them up, and then once you've got them, they provide like buffs, like a buff to all your miners. You can create as many miners as you want. You're not limited to the number of ships you got by the number of docks you got. You can build as many ships as you want, as long as you've got the resource and materials. If you want to put a limit on it, do officers and crew limitations. So Armada 2, you've got to be in orbit of a planet to get your your crew faster, build your crew pool up faster. You need to upgrade certain parts. You need to upgrade your star base to get more officers. Maybe something similar like that for a Fleet Command 2, and then a complete storyline. Make everything available to the players, but yes, you get them at progression. Level lock stuff. So you need to achieve a certain level, achieve a certain point in the missions before you can progress any further. You can't get it through pay to win. Yeah, the whales are still going to spend on getting loads of stuff to get themselves up there faster, but it gives them that boundary. It says, right, well, come here, take a break. You need to get this first, but you need to go out on a mission and find it before you can progress. Instead of paywalling it. I mean, it's like the Mantis would have been an excellent addition. Paywall it, yes, for the first month. I totally agree. However, make sure you announce a free-to-play path. They didn't. Paths could all be laid out there for all the content. But it's like another thing with Scopely as well. I mean, yes, it's throwing in another conversation. Why does Scopely need to keep everything a secret? Why? I don't understand why Scopely need to keep everything a secret. After the crap year we've all had, whales and free-to-plays alike, some players have left the game. Yes, it's not been the mass exodus that people have been saying that was going to happen. It's only been a few players here there. But when you've had such a crap year and you've constantly had to repair things on the fly, is it not wise just to say, okay, for this one, we're going to tell you, yes, you are getting Deep Space Nine. Yes, you're going to get this. Yes, you're going to get that. We're not going to tell you how it works. We're going to let that happen in the game. But get us drooling over the content we've got coming up. Ultimate DJ said in that video he did with Echo and Rev Juice, he got loose-tongued. He mentioned about officer sourcing changing. Maybe he went too far. But that kind of a drop is like, oh, really? Oh, it might worth be actually saving those Federation credits then. It might be worth waiting, just holding back on my officer sourcing a little bit and see what happens. Even if I've got to wait 4 months for it, it's still worth doing. But anyway, I can't stand here prattling on about this, that and the other. Let's get this thing off the screen. But anyway, so that has been the Stella video, Stella live stream. I will edit this down into more manageable videos where I will do an intro in each video, part 1, part 2, things like that. But grind some Borg. Yeah, I'm already out there. I think I've already done that event. Yeah, I've already done it. I'm not bothered now. It's the second one on Borg I've done today. I usually do one a day. But yeah. So, downside for me is I'm not going to get the Elite Pass on this one. But the upside is I get to open a treasury next month. Yes. So, hopefully that treasury is going to be worth something. But anyway, this has been an unexpected live stream of the Pegasus Late Show. Yeah, I didn't even mention that once in the entire stream till now. But anyway, I've been Admiral Pegasus. Thank you very much for coming and joining me. Yeah, I can't wait for it neither, Lou. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm hoping it's going to be a decent one. But then again, they're going to know that the free-to-plays are going to be able to get it this month. So they might just kill it off a little bit. Just so it's not as valuable for us. But the one thing is, we're all smart enough. If we don't see value in it, don't get it. Anyway, I'm best off dash off then. I've got Star Trek Discovery Season 3 to watch. Yeah, where am I up to? Oh yeah, they've just found Federation headquarters, have been to the seed ship, and now I'm going to get to see the Discovery A. Yes, ooh. Catcher in Game Wharf. Trust me, I don't think Lou was that worried about that, because by the sounds of it, he got on that bandwagon as well. So, anyway, I am going now. Thank you very much for coming to join me on this unexpected live stream. This has been the Stella. I've been Admiral Pegasus. Thank you very much, and stay safe and live long and prosper. Good night.